Okay, here we go. Step number 3, building a strong relationship with your child. This is my favorite step because this is what you most want. I mean, yes, you want your child to be less reactive and you want them to make better choices. But what you really want is to enjoy your time with them, for you guys to have fun together, for there to be peace in your home. And that's what we're talking about here. The other reason I really like this step is when you are working on the relationship with your child, you get results so much more quickly. I call this working both sides of the boundary. You are being firm and consistent, and you're also being loving. And that teaches your children a very important lesson, that there can be boundaries and love at the same time. That has a huge implication on their future relationships, because they learn that you can say what is right, what is not right. You can speak up for what is good for you and what is not good for you, what is okay, what is not okay, and still be in a loving relationship. That is part of a healthy relationship, that you work through that conflict. And what you see is your child able to stand up for themselves and be able to work through conflict and have an amazing relationship. And it starts right here. It starts with what you're doing with your kids. So I'm really excited to get into this step. The first thing that I want to talk about is trust. And put it this way, if a relationship does not have trust, it is not a healthy relationship. And that is very true for your relationship with your kids. Now let me explain it from their perspective. Your children want to trust that you really care about them, that you are really doing what is best for them. I have seen teenagers who hate their parents' guts, won't do a darn thing, turn around, become compliant, become loving, because they started to believe and trust that their parents really did care about them and what their parents were doing really was the best for them. It's a game changer, right? It goes from the other perspective too. Your children want to be trusted by you. They want to know that you trust in their ability, that you trust in their ability to grow, and that they can take care of things for themselves, and that you're going to give them that room because you believe in them and you trust them. So when they know and they trust that you care about them, and they know that you are going to trust in their ability, it really turns things around. And that's what we want to do. There are going to be some moments where you will have opportunity to build trust from this point forward. And I don't want you to miss out on those moments. One of them is going to happen in the form of change. There is not one single family that I have worked with, once they have created the line and created the choice map and have a plan for how they're going to handle resistance, that something didn't change in their lives. And sometimes it was just their plan. There was something they realized that didn't quite work with their schedule or their lives, and they had to tweak it a little bit, okay? How you adjust to that change is very important. I'll give you an example. There was one family I was working with, and they had come up with a great plan, great choices, and all of the stuff that you've been working on, and then everything that could change in their lives changed. The father lost his job, so the mom had to start working full time. The grandparent that they relied on to take care of the kids had suddenly passed away. They had to move to a new school district. The schedule got all changed. All kinds of stuff was happening. What they did was amazing in how they handled that change because it built trust. They kept with the family meetings. They had their family huddle. They brought their family together and they said, look, things are changing and we don't control all this, but what we're doing is important. We're not giving up on you kids. We're not giving up on this plan. We're going to have to change a lot of the ways that we said we were going to do things, but we're still going to do it in the way that is best for us, best for you. And they talked about how they modified some of the choices and some of their schedule and some of the ways they did things, but they turned it into a very loving, trusting moment. I don't know what's going to happen for you, but I just know this is how life works. You start doing something positive, you make a good change, and then something negative happens. Some sort of challenge is going to happen in your life. That is unfortunate. It's not fun to deal with at all, but that is an opportunity to come together with your kids and build trust, to say, we're going to work through this. And one other point with change, it starts from the top down. The parents or parent, they come together and they say, okay, how do we need to change things? And then they take that to the kids and talk it through. It's not the kids saying, hey, we don't like this, so we want it to change, and then the parents make a change. Doesn't happen that way. It starts from the top down. There's going to be other opportunities for you to build trust as well. And those are going to be in the moments of your children asking why. Why do I have to do this? Why are you making my life so horrible? Why are you holding me to this? That is an open invitation for an amazing discussion. And your answer is going to be many different versions of the same thing. It's going to be because I love you, I care about you, it's my job to teach you what is the best way and to prepare you for the real world. And that is why we're doing this. The reason why you can only have so much electronic time is you need to learn to set limits for yourself. You need to learn to take care of other priorities. You need to learn to manage your time. There is always an answer to that question for your kids. I know it's tempting to say, because I said so, and I don't mean you have to talk to them every time they ask why, but there is a deeper reason, a bigger reason for why you are holding them to the choices you're holding them to, and it's to help them out because you love them, you care about them, and that's how you respond. And it really builds trust because you're basically saying, I love you, I care about you. What I'm doing, even if you don't like it, is the best for you, and I'm going to do everything I can. I am not going to quit on you. I'm not going to give up on you. That is an excellent way to build trust. So I want you to start looking for these opportunities. You know, those ways that you can convey to your kids, I'm doing what is best for you because I love you, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes we're going to have bumps in the road, but we're going to keep at it. And also, give them opportunities to build trust with you. And that's the importance when we talked about the future in that choice map. You know, that's where you kind of back off a little bit in your control and give them a chance. And that is an excellent way to build trust. So I wanted to get your mind on that aspect of it. Now, in lesson number 2, I'm going to talk about building the power of connection and how connection works to building an amazing relationship. And when you take trust and build it with connection, wow, it's a very powerful duo that really helps you build that strong relationship with your kids. Okay, so take a moment, think about what we just talked about, and then I will see you in lesson 2.